Yeah, my name is Toby Corder. I was actually born in Clacton-on-Sea, but I spent most of my young adult life in London. I moved here when I was 24 years old. But at the time when I was there, we joined the EEC when it was originally 10 countries. We're all fairly equal in status economically. Since then, it's grown to 28 countries, and some are much more in need than others, and I think it's flooding the wealthier countries. I think also the bureaucrats in Brussels have taken more and more influence on, and their courts have started overriding sovereign nations' courts. And I think in the long run, I think there'll be some short-term growing pains, but I think in the long run, leaving the EU will be in England's best interest. They can once again become Great Britain and they can be a sovereign nation and make their sovereign decisions in their own best interest. I also think there was a lot of concern about the level of Eastern Europeans and the poorer countries migrating into England. They're also migrating to France and to Germany, and then the Syrian refugees. And Brussels seemed to think it'd be fine for Brussels to dictate how many of these refugees each member country should take, and I think it was more than the English people were comfortable with, because in addition to the Syrian refugees coming, they also had mass refugees coming, not refugees, new member states like Romania and Poland, which are relatively economically disadvantaged. You had huge numbers of people there flooding into England, putting a lot of pressure on the healthcare system, on housing, and just generally on the taxpayers. And I think they found like a lot of people felt like they were being overlooked at their expense for the newcomers. And I think the state housing was not available for natives, and it was being given away to folks from the new member countries. So I think it's just people just started to feel like it was inequitable, and it just wasn't going the way that I think the original EU started off as.